What is up, my entrepreneur friends? Today we're outside, obviously. We're working on our camper because in just a couple weeks we're going to be hitting the road full time from roughly February through October of this year. So a lot of our videos are going to be taking places in much different places. So right now we've got my mom and my wife, they're putting up wallpaper inside of the camper right now to kind of dress it up. But I wanted to talk really quick today about how to teach your employees or your volunteers or whoever, maybe a family member is getting voluntold. We've all been there, right? Right? Or maybe anybody shooting video for you. Maybe you have a small event. I got asked this question by somebody who runs a cleaning company. They were wondering how to tell their employees, how to advise them to shoot video for them while they're on the job so they can make videos for their company, because obviously they can't be with all of their employees shooting all these videos. So I want to talk about that really quick today. The first thing you need to do, and this is something I as a pro videographer do whenever I get a new client and they're asking for a video, I need an example. They've been looking at videos. They want videos in their company. They want a video for their event, whatever it is. They've been seeing other companies put out videos they really like. So I ask for an example. What's something you've seen that you really like that you want to kind of imitate? So for your employees, showing them a video saying, hey, I want to make a video like this. I think this could be really cool. It shows them what shots they need to get. It gives them something visual to see, so they're not having to come up with it in their head. Like I said, I do this as a professional videographer because it helps me get extremely clear on what the client is looking for and what their quality standards are. If they're like asking for something and they make it seem super complicated and they'll watch their example video and it's like, hey, I can make that in an afternoon, that's two different price spectrums. So be very clear with your people, whoever it is, volunteers, employees, whatever. Show them some examples of the work. Number two thing you need to do with your employees is setting them up for success. So when you're talking to them about shooting video, kind of give them some pointers. And here are some of the pointers in case you yourself don't know them. So there's two things when I'm shooting video. One of them is thinking in 360 degrees, which if you grab the video creation guide at videocreationschool.com/guide, I have an entire section on thinking in 360 degrees. But basically what that means is, what is a different angle I can get of this interesting thing that's happening, whether it's somebody vacuuming. Maybe, hey, can I get above this person vacuuming? Maybe I put the camera on the floor and it looks like the vacuum cleaner is coming at it, whatever it is. How can you think about that shot at a different angle to make it more creative, more inviting, more eye-catching? Because that's the point of the video. You want to keep people entertained. And the second thing is wide, medium, tight. So in video, you have, in photography, honestly, you have what's called the safe shot. And we used to do this in weddings where the main photographer was getting the safe shot. So I, as like a second, if I was second shooting for my wife or a friend or anything, I would go around and get the crazy creative shots. And a lot of times those ended up being the coolest shots. But you have to have those safe shots. So wide, medium, tight. The wide shot is just putting the camera on the one side of the room, capturing everything that's happening in the room, and it lets you establish the scene of what's happening. You get to see the entire room, helps people kind of feel like they're a part of this scene. Then medium shot, you kind of move in a little closer, and tight could be like that shot where you put the phone on the ground and you see the vacuum cleaner moving or whatever it is, that wide, medium, tight. Because with every angle, when you're thinking in 360 degrees, think of it also in wide, medium, tight. So how can you get a different shot? And one thing you need to know with iPhone videography, because I assume most of your employees, most of your volunteers, whatever it is, are going to be using some kind of an iPhone or cell phone to be shooting video. And that's why I'm holding this. This is a pop socket. Get your employees one of these if you don't have like a gimbal or something like that, because when they're shooting, this makes it so much more stable to hold your phone like this, which it's not on my phone because I'm recording on my phone, but when you're holding your phone like this or like this, you got to know this gives you some resistance, some stability, rather than just holding your phone like this. So get a pop socket. It makes it so much easier. If you want to splurge and you're like, hey, we're going to do videos, right? We're going to do it all out. You can go get like a DJI like gimbal stabilizer, and that will stabilize their iPhones. They can move it around and everything. They're really cool. I have one for my pro camera, like my DSLR. They make them for cell phones too. So if you want to take it up a notch, do that. Get them something like a video light, like the one I'm using right now. You can see it in my reflection. It holds the camera up, so if you want to get a time-lapse shot, they can literally just set it up on this, put their camera in time-lapse mode and press start. Super simple like that. And the last thing I want to talk about is giving them the direction, or knowing, I guess, for yourself, the direction of the video. So don't just send your employees out and be like, I want to make videos, go capture video. Know what the purpose of the video is for. If you're capturing video for an about video, or maybe you have a YouTube channel and you put more videos on your YouTube or an FAQ section, you want them recording all of their videos horizontally. You want them holding their phone like this. Now, if you're shooting stuff for TikTok, Instagram Reels, that kind of stuff, which A lot of people are just creating content for those platforms. You want them holding the phone vertically so it shoots the vertical video. So know before you go into creating the video, is this going to be a vertical video for Instagram Reels or TikTok or something like that? Or is this going to be a horizontal video for YouTube, any of that kind of stuff? And you can repurpose it. If I wanted to shoot wide like this and repurpose it for TikTok, you have the grid lines on your phone. I know that I can crop in right now and put myself vertically on a screen. So you can repurpose wide content. It's harder to repurpose that vertical content. And just telling them when they're getting these shots, be as still as possible. A lot of people want to add movement, and to a certain degree you can, but people get crazy with it and get shaky. If you let the movement that's happening in the frame just be the movement in the shot, you don't have to get fancy moving it. Just have, like I said, set it up on a light stand, tripod, something like that. Or if they're shooting handheld, just hold it very still so they can get the shot. Something simple like that. For their camera settings, when you're telling them, hey, put your camera in this mode, I would suggest shooting in slow motion. So each camera's got a slow-mo mode. I believe all cameras do nowadays. So put your camera in slow motion mode. So that way in post-production, you have the ability to slow that footage down. Because again, if they're shaky at all, you can slow it down. It looks cinematic and you don't notice the shake near as much. So that's like a pro tip, a way that I use all the time. If I get shaky with my footage, I'll just slow the clip down. It looks awesome. And you don't notice that I wasn't as still as I should have been. So putting it in slow motion, best way to go in my opinion. If they're not in slow motion, if you're like, I don't like slow motion clips for whatever reason, then put it in 4K. So that way you can be able to zoom in, crop, reframe, that kind of stuff. With cell phones, you don't really, I don't believe, have much option whether it's 4K and slow-mo. It's either one or the other currently. But if you have a cell phone that has like 4K 60, you'll see it in the camera settings. That can give you some slow motion 4K 120. Most of the time, put it in slow-mo mode, so that way you can have that option of slowing things down. I really hope this helped you with getting your employees to that next step so you guys can create content. Whether, like I said, if you have an event and you have volunteers, like, I want to do more video for you guys. Can I do that? It's like, yeah, go watch this video from Video Creation School, do what he says, 360 thinking, wide, medium, tight, save shots, get all the fun stuff, maybe set up one, get a time lapse for something that's happened with a lot of motion in the frame. Go to videocreationschool.com/guide to get the free guide along with the free companion course for a limited time. It's not going to be free forever. So go check out that link and see if you can still get that course for free. It's fully created, all videos for every section in there. And I even give some tech tutorials walking through how to do certain things. Go ahead, get your employees, your volunteers set up for success by giving them the right tools, the right knowledge for the job. It's really helped. If you have any questions, go to videocreationschool.com and let me know, or drop in the comments below this video. See you next week, videocreationschool.com.